So first of all, we're going to do a little bend of your lower back. So 2 inches lower than your belly button. Tighten that muscle, pull it up and in, and your lower back will curve and then come back up. So this is the bending, but it's done with your abdominal muscles. That's direction number 1. Then you've got direction number 2, which is side to side, which is sort of hitching your hips. So imagine there's a disc on the top of you and you're just turning around the side, so it's just from your waist. And then direction number 3 is as if there's a steering wheel going around you and you're rotating down on one hip, down on the other hip, as if your buttock was heavy one side to the other. So you know you've got those 3 directions you could go in. Then we do the exercise. So your arms are up. I want to make sure I'm not going to arch, so I pull up and in. I'm not going to side hitch, and I'm going to keep this right hand side of my waist down. So I've got to manage those 3 directions as I move my leg up and down. The one that's likely to happen is this is possibly going to spiral up. So then you could alternate your legs. And then the other exercise we did was up and in, making sure you don't twist and you've got the leg out to the side. And again, you can alternate them, noticing that the side doesn't lift when the opposite leg turns. So that's your abdominal ones. Then we also did, in the same vein, we did on hands and knees, which is your Superman move. We did 2 things. We did the pre-crawl, which is my back stays straight, but it does a little rotation as I push into my opposite hand and knee. So that's like as if I was going to go marching forwards. So this is managing, I'm not hitching, I'm not arching and rounding, I'm staying straight. Pushing on opposite hand and knee. And then the other one you can do is keeping your spine straight, lifting your opposite arm and leg. Again, this is trying to manage those 3 directions, so I'm holding my backbone in the same position. Then we went over this one. These are the stretches that we did. So this was the rotation part. So we've got this stays, you rotate, this lifts, and your head rotates back. So the idea is, that stays there, this turns, so I've got all my twists going on, and you should feel a stretch through here, and your abdominal muscles are pulling up and in to hold you. Then we've got the side bending, so this is 1 foot behind the other, so I've got my left leg behind, lower tummy up and in, and then I'm holding my left hand, that's it. And then I'm trying to push my left hip and my left rib cage that way. So I'm bulging my left rib cage and hip to the left, and that means I can bend to the right. So your intention is to open out here. That's the side bending without forward and backward or twisting. And then the last one we did was touching your toes. So this is forward bending. So again, your 3 different directions. So your feet apart, knees slightly bent. Feel the lift from here, 2 inches lower than your belly button, up and in. And then you're curling your spine, but you're using your stomach muscles to create the bend to go down. And on the way back up, lift up as if you could pull your internal organs towards your backbone with your stomach muscles. That's it, and keep your chin tucked in. And then when you get to vertical, that's still pulling in and up to make you straight. Oh, the other thing was when you were doing this, was this shoulder blade. So I should have mentioned that. When you're reaching your arm, you reach from the underneath side of your shoulder blade rather than the top. And you reach from the underneath side. So it's here when you get your reach from.